Hello there, my fellow garden lovers. If you're anything like me, someone who finds peace among the petals, joy in a sprouting seed, and a sense of timeless wisdom in the rhythm of the earth, you're in just the right place. Whether your hands have been in the soil for decades or you're returning to gardening in retirement, welcome to Backyard Wisdom, where we turn forgotten items and old tools into something truly useful. You don't need a strong back or a big budget to create beauty outside your door. All you need is a dash of creativity, a few common objects from the shed or attic, and the will to keep growing no matter the season of life. Stay with me because today we're diving into 10 clever garden ideas made especially for seniors. Ideas that mix history, practicality, and a touch of survivalist ingenuity. And if you enjoy what you hear, make sure to subscribe and share this video so we can keep this circle of wisdom alive. Now let's get growing. Wooden crates can become garden shelves that save your back. In earlier times, wooden crates carried milk, vegetables, or even ammunition. Today they can serve a new purpose in the garden. Instead of bending down to plant or harvest, stack 2 or 3 sturdy crates against a wall or fence and secure them with screws or rope. By adding a few pots of herbs or flowers, you instantly raise your garden to waist height. For seniors, this means no crouching and no strain on the knees. A practical ratio is 1 pot per crate, giving each plant the airflow and sunlight it needs. It's a simple reminder that even old carrying boxes can carry new life. Cake pans can be transformed into peaceful bird baths. During wartime rationing, nothing was wasted in the kitchen. That same principle applies today. An old cake pan that hasn't seen a sponge cake in decades can be set on an overturned flower pot or tree stump to create a bird bath. Fill it with fresh water and add a flat stone so birds have a safe perch. Place it in partial shade so the water stays cool longer. Within days, sparrows, finches, or even doves will arrive. For seniors who may spend more time observing than digging, the gentle movement of birds becomes both companionship and natural pest control. You know, colanders make perfect hanging planters. A metal colander with its many holes already contains what most containers lack: drainage. Just line the inside with coconut fiber or burlap, then fill it with a light potting mix. Go ahead and plant ivy, strawberries, or herbs, and hang it with 3 evenly spaced chains for balance. A 10-inch colander comfortably holds 2 strawberry plants or 3 small herbs. The result is a hanging garden that's easy to water, light enough to lift, and beautiful to look at, all while saving space and sparing the gardener from bending. An old walker can serve as a mobile potting bench. This idea honestly blends sentiment with practicality. Many seniors have or know someone who once relied on a walker, so instead of storing it away, why not repurpose it into a potting bench? Just place a wooden board or tray across the top rails to create a work surface. Small pots, seed packets, and tools fit perfectly there, and the lower bars can hold gloves or twine. Best of all, it rolls, so you can work in the sun and then move everything into the shade with ease. It's a reminder that tools of support can keep serving long after their first purpose is ended. Old shutter panels make excellent vertical garden walls. Wooden shutters once guarded windows against storms, but in the garden, they guard against wasted space. You can lean or fasten them against a fence and let climbing plants weave through the slats. Morning glories, peas, or beans will cling naturally. You can also hook terracotta pots onto the panels. One panel about 5 feet tall can hold 6 to 8 small pots. The advantage is clear. Plants are at chest height, easier to water and admire. Instead of stooping, you stand and enjoy a wall of greenery right at eye level. You know, milk crates become stackable vegetable beds. Few objects are as sturdy as old plastic milk crates. Just line them with fabric or even an old pillowcase to keep soil from spilling. Then fill with potting mix and plant leafy greens, strawberries, or herbs. For seniors, the trick is to stack 2 or 3 crates so the planting surface rises to waist height. Each crate gives about 1 square foot of growing space. Arrange 4 side by side and you've got the equivalent of a small raised bed without ever bending to ground level. Glass jars can bring light to evening gardens. Instead of discarding pickle or jam jars, turn them into lanterns. Place a battery tea light or a string of fairy lights inside, then hang them on low branches or set them along pathways. A dozen jars can softly light an entire patio. For seniors, this means improved visibility in the evening while adding charm to the garden. It's practical safety with an old-world glow. Upcycled cutlery becomes plant markers with personality. Every home has bent spoons or forks that no longer match a set. Flatten the handle with gentle taps, write the plant name with permanent marker or nail polish, and press it into the soil. For tomatoes, peppers, or herbs, this keeps order and memory intact. In the past, soldiers scratched names into mess kits. Here you scratch basil or mint into a spoon. It is both practical and personal, helping seniors remember what was planted where. Teacups serve as elegant mini planters. A cracked or mismatched teacup still has life to give. Fill it with potting soil and tuck in a small succulent or pansy. Place them on a porch table or shelf where they're easy to reach. 3 teacups together make a charming display, and because they're light they can be moved without strain. In history, fine china was passed down as treasure. Here it passes down beauty in a new form. Picture frames can be turned into living art. An old wooden frame, with or without glass, can create the illusion of a painting in your garden. Hang it on a fence or lean it against a wall, then grow flowers or vines behind it. The frame outlines the plants, turning them into artwork that changes with the seasons. Seniors can use this as a focal point, something to admire without heavy labor. One 18-inch frame can highlight a small rose bush or a climbing bean trellis, proving that even the most ordinary item can frame extraordinary life. What ties these 10 ideas together is more than thrift. It is the belief that objects have more than one life, just as people do. Crates once carried goods to market, now they hold herbs. A walker once supported steps, now it supports plants. Teacups once served tea, now they serve succulents. For seniors, these ideas are not just about convenience but about dignity, gardening in ways that respect the body while honoring the past. And so the garden becomes more than soil and seed. It becomes a place where history, creativity, and survival meet. Old items become new tools, labor becomes lighter, and joy becomes daily. If this guide has sparked even one idea for your own garden, give it a thumbs up, share it with a fellow gardener, and don't forget to subscribe to Backyard Wisdom. Together we'll keep uncovering forgotten tricks and timeless methods to make every garden a place of strength, peace, and joy.